Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV playthrough video as we continue with my Endwalker journey. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's recap what happened last time. Last time, we departed the Baldesion Annex and made our way into the Tower of Zot in Thavner in an all-out Cyan assault to take down our first tower and save Nidana and however many else we could. With that, we got our first taste of Endwalker dungeons and the chaos that ensued as we fought the summoned Venusian primals Mindaruva, Sandaruva and Cindaruva. After emerging triumphant, Y'shtola spots something strange about the tower's core, as it seems to siphon more ether than is required to sustain it, and embedded within the core, a man's limb. Estinian doesn't like that at all, vorpal thrusting, I don't know, I'm not a dragoon, into the core, destroying it. But as the smoke clears, the tower begins to shake as if about to collapse, forcing Graha to cast a levitation spell large enough to catch everyone, including all the tempered Minutia from within the tower, and we emerge barely scathed on the shore where the tower once stood, now vanished as if it never existed. We head back to civilization to treat the many tempered, and finally get the grand tour of Radzat Han on our way to speak with the satrap. In Vritra's chamber, we receive his gratitude for the destruction of the tower. Now hopefully their city and villages can get back on their feet. We also inquire about Vritra's knowledge of the apocalyptic events unfolding, to which he tells the tale of his father Midgardsormr carrying their unhatched eggs across the great expanse and settling on our star, calling it the last bastion of hope. Before returning to Sharlayan once again, we receive our prize for taking down the tower in the form of scales from Vritra to be used in the production of many more talismans, in the hope of taking down more towers across Eorzea. But Y'shtola has a bold thought of instead using them to go straight for the jugular of Garlemald in a surprise attack. But at the same time, Nidana awakens and joins us to witness their great work finally coming to fruition, feeling joy in helping play a small part in our mission. She also tells us about what they call Akasha, an apparent immutable energy bestowed from on high in response to seeing the heart bloom change colour, speculating that the effect may be a reaction to the abundance of spiritual emotion, but that it is still a very abstract field of study. As we conclude our chat and head back to the annex, it's time to catch some shut-eye. Nope, the Scions are throwing a sleepover party in my room, but at least the food popped off. Right, Graha? In the final scene of the last episode, we were back in Garlemald with the dastardly duo as Fandaniel reveals to Xenos that the Tower of Zot was destroyed and that as long as we stay preoccupied with the towers, things are on course. They throw a couple of jabs back and forth, but all talk about dreams of final days still remains cryptic as ever. And that's about where we left it off. Don't forget, if you're new here and you're enjoying the videos, to hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. You can help support the channel by becoming a member, hitting the join button just below this video or any others. And check out our Discord server if you want to get involved or hang out or any of that good stuff. All the links are in the description below as always. I appreciate you guys. Let's jump into the video. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the Studium as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Scholarch Monty and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavner. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Y'shtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Oh, Monty. We haven't met him yet, so yeah. Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the Studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Okay. Oh shit, look at Alfie. He looks cool. Yo. He learned from his pop. Heading out for a stroll? The Scholarch himself was here. In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the Studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino, of all people worrying over his reputation, and at our alma mater no less, will wonders never cease? You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Hey. Here it is, Phenomenon. While I expect you made a note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of ethereological phenomena, hence the name. Though, with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life, and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete, and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlane's foremost educational institute. You always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stomping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the Studium, graduated with highest honours in magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the Studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honours. And I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. She just gets mad. In all respects, have I ever been in his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino level Euro began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck it might work to our advantage. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Scholarch Monty. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. That was Alphino level Euro, wasn't it? The Alphino level Euro? And he's with his sister and Master Baldesion's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Oh, sorry. You said you're looking for the Scholarch, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Aliapo should have a better idea. Chloe Aliapo? I know your sister. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Ahem. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the Studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of Giganto that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the scholar's whereabouts. I beg your pudding? You're not a gleaner? Then this was all an elaborate ruse? No, wait, come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak to him shortly before you arrived though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios. Not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. Ha! In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Okay, I'll tell Chloe you said hi. Hey, bro.
Ah, I remember you.
What's up, Teach?
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Were they friends? Oh, they're friends, yeah. That little smile.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
I actually didn't know that we won the vote. I actually thought we lost, which would have meant that we got kicked out, but we did narrowly win, which just meant that we were restricted.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galef and Louisois in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
I hope he gets them wrong. Do it.
You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
I've got a gun, don't worry.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Like all humble servants of the forum, I am sworn to secrecy.
Not even a little bit. He's got an NDA.
Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried.
Interesting.
Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic.
We won't tell anybody. You can trust us.
As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the forum.
Okay.
How is that even possible?
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
He set this up. Yeah. Okay. Once a teacher, always a teacher. Okay, that's kind of cool.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
Okay.
The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms.
Earth, wind, fire.
Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
The Fire Clan. Magic! I should have said
Not entirely inaccurate, but nor is it the answer I was looking for.
Okay.
That would be corporeal ether.
Same thing.
This is the
Potato,
form
potato.
with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked.
Okay. So it's very stable.
Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
You wouldn't be able to read the memories. But we should get that invisibility ink.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Censorship. Redacted.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
Oh, I feel like I knew this one. Memories. The Garleans? Some calamity.
The 7th Umbral Calamity.
See, I knew it.
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Rauban.
To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
Wow, okay, the callback, dude. He couldn't remember the names.
The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
I should hope not.
I don't
But
trust.
Can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty.
9/10. So we gotta convince 9 of them, and then Alfie's dad is gonna be the odd one out. Okay.
Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
He's not gonna die. I won't let it happen.
For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose.
Well. Okay, so we don't want that to happen. We gotta convince 9/10.
There are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
Oh. Like echo stuff, I guess? Huh.
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
This is interesting, man. Yeah, like the splitting of the souls between me and Artbert. I kind of have an idea.
Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
I feel like he's leading us towards the thing, the memories, the whatever the duty is. Bye.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldesion, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Me?
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo.
Already
She's
done.
well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Or whensoever. He knows. Sneaky Monty. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the Forum's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the Annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with Ki Aliapo, as the Skull suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the Studium proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. As expected, news of the warding skills was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? Why'd she pick him? He's like, what the fuck, bro? Come on, me. That's why she picked him. Phew, I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. It's cause they're bigger than you, Kryle. I shouldn't complain though. Reacher and the alchemists of the Great Work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I've little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn, I can feel it. To Limsa. Hey yo, look who's here. My apologies for calling you away from Sharlayan in such short notice. On the contrary, we are honoured and grateful. I'm pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord, but might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding skills and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. Despite your time in Sharlayan, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Raz-Atan has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace. And it is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard Contingent. What does that mean? To think such progress has been made in so short a span? Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Talophoroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Okay, Nanimo. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we failed to make any headway. Though the same could be said of the Talophoroi, they're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Y'shtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the Spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume there's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard Contingent. Okay. The of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Oh, everybody's looking at me? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For the people of Garlemald. Yes. Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself. Y'shtola, Thancred, and Urianger have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warding skills to Mhigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Rauban and Lord Emmerich are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Talophoroi so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better upon your return. Okay, a diversion. What does Merle get up those sleeves, huh? Well, I didn't think I'd be back here in a while, not gonna lie. My man, Rauban. Ah, the Wanderer's returned. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding skills of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabard Contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Oh yeah, they're buddies. They haven't seen each other in a while, huh? Sadly not. Though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich's struggles mirror my own. Oh, Rauban doesn't like the politics anymore. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Hey! Much has occurred since we parted ways in Worlet. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. He's not coming with us? So you're not coming with us? Strange. I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Tolophoroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people, but though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Virus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard Contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. All good points, he's thought this through. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. We'll deliver your people from harm in your stead. I gotcha, bro. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I'm certain of it. Damn. Kinda sad they're just like writing him off. We're going to his home. Makes sense, but I would have liked him to come with us. Maybe later, maybe later. In light of Gaius's rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. And if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you. Wow. Everybody just showed up. We got Gaius, Emmerich, Estinian, Rauban, even Maxima. Who have we got?
12.
Who have we got? The contingent. Lise? Wow, that's a lot of people. Oh, sheesh. Oh, look who it is. It's an anime guy. Anime pirate.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
Yo.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose.
Just gonna say, the last time this happened in this room, stuff happened.
We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard Contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades.
Not you.
Yourselves included.
Not you. We still got bad blood here.
Lucia!
I guess she's
I've
Garlean.
come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end.
Yeah, that's the reason. It's totally not because I'm here. Okay.
We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
I think she still has a thing for me. I see Alfie knows. He's like, yeah.
We too
know.
welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Oh my god, this synchronized wave emote. Is this really the best of the C list?
Might I ask you to speak first?
Is this somebody Senna? Yeah.
I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer.
Okay, but like, when are you getting a haircut?
We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Me included.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Hey, bro.
Wait, I know you.
Yeah.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughingstock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship.
Yo, the ship references. Is everybody in Limsa just like this?
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Hell yeah. He was like a mini version of
Since we all know
Maxima.
how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Okay, we get it, bro. We get it. Lisa's
Well,
like...
you're certainly raring to go.
Yeah.
But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Mhigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
Alright. I mean, they were cool when we broke down the gate to this
It's been some time
place.
since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya? The Avatar of Destruction?
I haven't heard that one.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us.
Destroying men's egos, I think, little son.
And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
True, actually, yeah.
Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilsabard Contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require.
Who gave her
The
commander?
four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission.
Me!
Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limsa.
I know him. I don't remember his name, though.
There is another awaiting introduction.
Oh, God.
Lord Emanolaine!
Yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service.
I remember you.
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself.
Still.
Oh, fight for world peace and all that.
Wow, he's still struggling with this whole thing.
But should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Okay, I guess. May your graceful prancing lead the way to victory. Okay, Manolian, you took up ballroom dancing.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honohua with my tales of daring-do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Oh.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Yeah, Yugiri and such.
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Who's this? Oh! Let's go! My loves! Wow, okay. Oh, we brought him as well. You're still,
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
God damn.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
My dearest.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu is thirsty, you heard it here.
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Let you still introduce him.
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
The Buns? We brought Buns.
And the Bosnian resistance.
Banker's like, Buns. Okay.
Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Mhigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire.
It's payback time.
I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi.
Sure.
The common folk of Garlemald.
Yes, of course.
And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused.
It was the furries, wasn't it?
Not only in Mhigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again.
True.
Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland,
True.
the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Balesar himself is working to help rebuild Werlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
Hey! Woo,
What lingering
Lise.
concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy.
Storm the gate.
To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlemald Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey.
Where are they?
However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
We're walking,
Given the
boys.
circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
Okay.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed.
Damn, Lisa's so
Spare no
small.
effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Okay. I'm excited. We got Serena Sadu. Oh my god. This is the best day ever. You know who I'm talking to first? Oh yeah, it's the freaky one. I care not for the Iron Men or their troubles. It is the destiny of the weak to die in ignominy. Even so, I will do as I have agreed. I volunteered to join this band at Serena's request. And if she thinks it is a worthy cause, that is reason enough. Though we hail from different tribes, our bond has grown strong of late. She is much better company on a hunt than any of the steppes oafish men could dream to be. Not even a... glad to see you? No? Okay, here. I'm glad to see you too, Sadu. I missed you. Hey, little son. Hey. How's it going? Hey, little son. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi. True, all things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defences in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding skills to our comrades. Care to do the honours? Well, Lucia, long time no see. Warding skills for the Ishgarian delegation, I take it? Here you go, Commander. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. A set of warding skills, I spy. Not that I would know what they'd look like. I mean, they're skills. I don't know what to tell you. Whoa, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves. Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. I hear you've got something for us. Them skills everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, aren't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when all this is over. But we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Einzar instead? Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilfair told me was that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing, so let's set sail. Or however the saying goes on airships. So these are the famed warding skills. Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside of the Twelveswood. The Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magics to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world. Or so she says. I say it is past time our allies benefited from the power at a Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, but I intend to address that criticism. First, get a haircut. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. The bunny girls didn't. Oh, the talismans. We're to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. Did you write a poem? I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by the towers, yet while he could not be here, he wishes to express his shared conviction. Hien and Nigiri labour without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Okay, but like, Bunny Girl, you gonna be cold. You have a warning skill from me too. Thank you for this. And for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures courtesy of the Alchemist's Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. Here we go! I'm definitely not dressed for it, but neither are the bunny girls, so I'm going down with the bunny girls, I guess, and I'm fine with that. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Uriah and Jay and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Estinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats, if only I had time to find something to my liking. Saw this one coming. Hark! Is that the cry of the scions in need of a tailor, I hear? Here she is. She's just stalking Estinian and came across us. But how? I have my ways. Oh yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabard without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Now, you will wear these garments I made for you, whether you like it or not. New drip from Tataru. You never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? You got a point. She's a good businesswoman. I did have one other thing to share. Argmhus and Bluomwida have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. That's great news, Tataru. They'll be staying in the Rising Stones for a while, to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian? Oh, why not? You can keep Kryl company in the Baldesion Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Ergmus and Blumwida did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were laying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone, who shall remain nameless, isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you other than pray for your safe return, which I will. Every day. Tataru. She's so wholesome. Let's not keep this contingent waiting any longer. Okay, Alfie. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Winter woolies. But it's summer, Tataru. I'm excited. Her drips always go off. Is this it? In no way, right? Should I? I gotta throw on the coat. Okay, so how do I look? I modeled your clothing and what Alphinaud and I wore when we journeyed from Lord Harshavon's falling snows to Ishgard for the first time. Oh yeah. In those days, I barely knew one end of a sewing needle from the other. And as you've always had very individual tastes, I let you pick your own outfit. I'd like to think my skills have improved since then, but do you know what's more important than skill? Heart and soul. There's plenty to be found in each and every one of my works. Aww. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Upon boarding the... Oh God, no! It's been a while since we've had one of these. Okay, upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. In addition, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. Okie dokie, here we go. I'm actually kind of more excited than scared at this point. I'm a seasoned veteran of these. Surely nothing can go wrong in this expedition.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Look how scary Garlemald looks. It's like Mordor. Oh my god.
On the outskirts of the
Sadu?
Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius. The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
Oh, wait, she looks more silvery than usual. Alze got a coat. What? Bro, you live in the ice. What are you talking about? Elise got a coat as well. You stole her. Oh.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
She looks kind of sick, not gonna lie.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Why are they together?
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War.
Oh, are they all zombies?
Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
You'd
Quite
probably
right.
die.
Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so?
Knock him out.
Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment?
Whoa.
Not impossible.
He has
But
eyes.
easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Little bro has green eyes.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
We could use the sleeping powder thing.
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Okay.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies.
Is he wearing shorts? What the hell, dude?
As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
I'm down for that. I don't have to do anything. I can just chill, drink some coffee. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot. Do we have Porksies with us? Oh shit, look at that coat. He looks sick now. They don't notice the furries standing there. The huge ass furries.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right. Once more for my peace of mind.
Satiating Ishtola's thirst. That is a big ask.
Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely.
Let's go.
Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand.
Cool.
The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
Oh god, why do you have to say that?
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
One of these two is gonna die. I doubt it's gonna be Thancred. Maxima, RIP, bro. Wait, I can talk to him? You'll fight? Oh, I'm Thancred. Oh, hey. Yo, let's go. Assuming there is nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you're ready. Commence. Fuck it.
Keep your wits about you.
All right.
It's time. We only have one shot at this.
Guys.
So let's make it count.
Guys. Oh, I'm doing this, right. I already forgot the mission. All right, here we go. Yo, what's up, boys?
7 hells.
Oh, I meant to use the bomb in the thing, right? What's this? Ask your presence. Oh, I guess I wasn't meant to be seen. Oh, this is the rogue action, isn't it? I see what they did. That's cool. Threat awareness. One guarding the controls. Time he took a nap. Whoa, 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 whoa. Silent takedown. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's sick. Set the explosives. Okay, we'll hide here. Oh god. We're here? We could take down the slasher. Okay, we can't take down the slasher. We can't take down the slasher. This is not good. Uh-oh. Hello, bro. I can take down this guy. Bam. Wait for it. Take you down. Bam. Easy peasy. Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind, boys. Take him down. Take him down. Bam. Since sniff me out. Confuses the sense of guard dogs neutralizing them. Ah. Boom. Let's go. Oh, jeez. Hiding place.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Right.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Gonna take this little guy down. Bam, and away we go. Didn't see a shit. Dumbass dog. You see that incapacitated body there? AI. They say they're coming for our jobs, but not even close. Control terminal. Boom. Quick, 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 quick. Go, 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 go. Oh, yes. So what were they doing again? What did they do? Seems like I did all the work here.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
Hell yes! Oh, here's a little button. Yo! A few moments later, at the rear of the Ilsabard Contingent supply caravan. I'm at the rear, right? With Alze?
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but...
Flasher dogs?
Wait! Something's coming!
How does she know that? Wait, what the fuck is that?
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Okay. Yo. Let's go!
Fighters! Protect the others!
Shut up, please. Be quiet.
A brief respite.
Yeah.
But stay alert.
Oh my god, look at the tower. That's the
Keep
closest we've
carriages
seen.
safe.
Assist Manolian's troops. On my way.
What impeccable timing!
Oh fuck, wrong side.
Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
Sure. Okay, bud. Oh shit, he's like... What the fuck is happening? Is that like a face hugger? Hey, look at our boy. Look at our boy. I can't remember your name, but I know you.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
I
Go
got
on
them.
ahead.
The
We'll hold the
Lofty?
line.
Did he just call himself Manolian the Lofty?
We're the only ones still struggling? Time we put our backs into it then! I've been itching for a good scrap.
Oh shit. It's one of these guys. Stop it in its tracks. I'm getting behind you, bud. Let him take the hit. Broadside it like this. Ripperino the Hexadrone.
You
Oh,
lot all right
Graha's
back
here.
there? We're fine. I'm ready for more.
Hell yeah, we are.
Hear that?
Is that more?
Get to the front and turn the tide.
Alright. Head north and join the Vanguard. Like, all the way? Meanwhile, on the front line, Ishtola, Uri, Alfie, and Lise, goddamn. And Sadu, yay! Okay, we're all safe. Oh, Anastinian as well, yeah.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
I wish somebody told me that. I did ask earlier. I was killing them all, so... Oops.
It's nothing that won't heal. In time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
He doesn't have a lot of options, let's be real. Big spiky thing, he doesn't have magic.
That I did.
I guess he could knock them out. Oh. Redeem yourself, Magni. Come on.
That's Vergilia! Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I wonder who this could be.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
I want to fight Vergilia. She looks sick.
We have them now! Forward!
Okay.
Right! Let them have it!
Boop.
As a raging bull!
What the fuck? What's Pippin? He gets a like his dad. I see, that's cool. I like how there's stacks outside the arena. It's very immersive.
That's her! Vergilia!
Where? Oh, this is her. Shit.
Do not fall behind!
Giga Tempest. He's pretty strong. What in the fuck? I'm gonna drop mine on her. Fuck you. Does she have a voice? Prepares salvo.
Is everyone all right?
Okay. I think that was the tutorial. No, it's gonna get hard. Keep the war machines at bay. Okay. Easy enough. Prepare salvo. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Bring them all in, boys. Bring them all in. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No, don't split them up. Oh, we get the wall. The walls are back. I forgot about that. None shall escape my chain knowledge or chance to strike. I'm trying.
Tremble before the sun!
The little sun. Sadu.
May your screams fill the air!
She's a fucking psycho and I love it. Who am I even targeting? I don't. Why am I? Bruh. Oh my god. Ah, she's such a badass. Duty complete.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
Sadu Hatun.
She's a psycho, man. I love it.
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
Dead.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
The big scary tower. Look at this shit, man. But first...
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain.
Remember he was Solus?
800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
Ooh.
The chosen forsaken.
I like Graha's coat.
In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution.
Surprised you didn't say a young and handsome.
How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so.
Sheesh. That was a good Garlemald intro.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp.
Is that what the tower is there for, then?
If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
Oh, you've got shorts on, that's why.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Broken glass. Right under the shadow of that massive, creepy looking tower. Camp Broken Glass, okay. Hey, at least the sun's out. It feels a little bit warmer. In spite of the obstacles we've faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Y'shtola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of camp? Alize and I will meet you there. He seems cold. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon. Jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Shit, imagine what she sees, oh god. That's crazy. You will be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Aye, although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I will make my way there. Okay, that seems like a pretty good place to call it before we get into anything too deep. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what the heck this thing here behind me is. Finally, we're in Garlemald. Many years, many expansions after hearing about it and all its tales. And here we are, or whatever's left of it at least. So it's cold and bitter, as Emmett would like to say. And yeah, we'll see what happens next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to help support the channel as well, hit the join button below this video or any others for that matter. Check out our Discord server if you want to hang out and stuff as well. All the links are in the description as always. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.